have social problems.
All right, we back. You know, another edition, 220 Podcast, episode 27. And,
Hey, bro, can you just start it over once I'm doing? Started when I'm doing, because I feel like just too much lagging.
I already started it over. It just started.
Okay. Hey, well, take over for me real quick.
Yeah, welcome to the 220 Podcast. Hold on, I'm looking for a lighter right now. Hold up. What the fuck? All right, we back. All right, welcome to the 220 Podcast, episode 27. I'm one of the hosts, David the King. That's my brother, D.Wade. And,
I, D.Wade.
I
Put the I in there. I use on the I been this, I did that. There's a lot of ladies. So I been ladies, you know what I'm saying?
don't forget the I. You gotta start saying that like Lil Wayne. Don't forget the baby. Don't forget the I. I've been waving.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But yeah, now we on another motherfucking episode. Want to thank everybody for listening to the last episode. Made us #1 trending. And, you know what I'm saying? The views been going up. The numbers been going up. The listens been going up. The plays been going up. The follows been going up. Everything been going up. Thank you for the support. Keep supporting.
Thank you.
And, you know, we appreciate all the love.
For real, for real.
I mean, so what's up, bro? Say something, motherfucker.
Yeah, what it is, what it ain't, man. You know, already know what it is. I've been waiting here, man. I'm just now finally getting rose up, man. Excuse me for taking so long for this episode, but man, gotta get right, though. Gotta get right so I can give y'all the best show ever. Just like a nigga power up when he's on that good weed. You know what I'm saying? So, shit. But it is what it ain't, though. What's going on?
Shit, not shit. Chilling.
Sound sad, my nigga.
Hell no, I had a stressful day.
Shit, what's going on? Care to enlighten us?
Hell no, it's like ain't none of y'all motherfucking business. it's like no, I just play. No, I just got a lot of shit going on. Trying to get shit done.
Hell yeah, me too, though, bro. We all got some shit going on, but you know what? That's what makes you second to nobody, because you're going to keep going. Shit don't stop.
Hell yeah, ain't got no choice.
Hell yeah, man. There's some crazy, weirdo shit going on, man.
Hell yeah, a lot of shit.
All right, sure. Where you want to start at, man? First, man, let me give a shout out to the Virginia Cavaliers for winning it all last night.
Yeah,
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
I was just talking some shit how I was always right. I didn't see that coming. But they played their ass off, so shout out to them.
Yeah, I didn't even watch that shit. That was like the weakest college championship ever.
You did the league.
Hell yeah. Nigga, ain't none of them teams, no high profile names. They ain't got no coaches. That shit was just weak.
I actually thought that was good for him. Now you get to learn somebody new. We need somebody, man.
Nah, nigga, we need to see, like, if Michigan State wasn't going to win, they should have let Zion back in that motherfucker. Like, come on, you got to have somebody.
Yeah, you right, though. You do got to have somebody, but shit, fuck you, though, dog. Shit, them niggas bought their ass off. You can't take it away from them.
Yeah, I mean, they in that motherfucker. No, I'm not saying they won. I'm just saying it really don't mean nothing. Like, ain't nobody about to be thinking about no Virginia.
I don't want to go to Virginia, bro.
Right. That's all I'm saying is, like, they one of them teams. They one of them teams that win the shit, and, you know, you be forgotten about them.
The game yesterday, I was like, if these niggas ain't...
You know what, though? If anybody from Virginia listening to the show, my fault. Shout outs to y'all. Y'all do y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it's not a high-profile school. I like to see a Duke or a Michigan State or a Kentucky or a motherfucking, Kansas, something like that. I like to see big names in that motherfucker. Somebody good.
Yeah, and if you are a weaker team, I would like to see, like one of the weaker teams from the non-big conferences make it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see Tech in Virginia. I feel you on that. Y'all play for two powerhouse conferences. I would like to see like one year George Mason win. You know what I'm saying? I want to see a school like that make it and win it. I don't want to see a team like Virginia make it there and win it. And like you said, they're not high profile.
Yeah, no, it ain't nothing against them though. Like you said, they hustled up and made their way. But I'm just saying, like, to me, that shit was boring. Like, when I turned the game on, I was like, who the fuck is playing again? Like, who is these niggas? Just a whole bunch of motherfuckers you don't know running around out there.
I can't take that away from them. They got some hoops.
Yeah.
They got some ballers. Motherfucking Jerome, motherfucking guy, motherfucking...
I thought the motherfucking girls one was sweeter. The
DeAndre Hunter.
Baylor and Notre Dame was sweeter. The girls final.
Yeah, I like looking at their asses when they be running.
Shit, I don't know. Most of them bitches on the court be looking like, I don't want to say what they be looking like, but most of them women on the court ain't too attractive. There's a couple of them.
Right.
Like, all the women that are attractive that be out there hooping like that.
Yeah, you right there.
There's a couple of them though, like Maya Moore and what's the girl that be on not ESPN, NBA TV.
My girl is Skylar Diggins, bro. That's my baby.
Yeah, she look good too. It's a couple of them, but
she could get it.
Who, Skylar Diggins?
Oh, Candace Parker. That's who talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, Candace Parker. She real pretty too.
Why did she marry Sheldon Williams? No knocking against Sheldon Williams because he went to Duke and shit, but how you sweeter than your husband?
I don't know if I'm thinking. I hope I'm not thinking about the same Sheldon Richardson.
Sheldon Williams, he went to
or Sheldon Williams. He played for the Celtics, didn't he?
Michael Williams, he's been out the league for so long.
Then he used to play for the Celtics.
I want to say he used to play for the Celtics. Yeah.
I'm about to
power forward, spinner type of player.
Where my laptop at? We about to look this thing up. Hold on.
Matter of fact, he did play for the Celtics. I want to say. I'm tired too. But yeah, how you a bit sweeter than you on hoops, nigga? That's crazy.
What's his name? Sheldon what?
Sheldon Williams.
What? Yeah, that's the nigga I'm talking about. He played for the Celtics. That nigga used to be on the bench though.
Yeah, he didn't get no plot though.
Damn.
I ain't hating him. He made it to the NBA. He made it further than Marvel.
Nah, shout outs to him for pulling Candace Parker too.
Yeah, you got you a bad one. Ain't for the baby in there too. He was a smart nigga. He said, "I'm locking you up for life, bitch. I know my career finna fold. Yours not."
Yeah, I mean, well, shit, that. You got it backwards, nigga. He knew her career was about to blow up. If his didn't.
That's what I said.
Oh, yeah. I thought you said hers was about to blow up.
I said, I know my career about to fold. Yours finna blow up.
Hell yeah, nigga. You see, she got the job at NBA TV, not him.
Yeah, I don't even know. He's probably working at Burger King or something, bro. A stay-at-home dad.
Nah, that nigga got some cake, probably. He probably got a little cake.
I know she ain't gonna do him like that. But I'm just saying, baby, you deserve that.
Nah, see, that's what most people don't understand is like a lot of times women don't really give a fuck who they got as long as they got somebody. That's all women really want to be able to say is that they got somebody. They don't really give a fuck about all that other shit. They just want to be able to say they got someone. They don't want to be out here looking alone. You know what I'm saying?
Females be scared to be all alone and shit. Me, I don't give a fuck about being alone. Hey, bro, it took me a while to get back with my girl because I had to make sure I was straight. My financial situation was straight, all that shit. I ain't thinking about no girl when I'm broke. But hey, on that note, females always need them somebody around. I'll be like, damn, when you start talking to this nigga, he must have been in the picture. Y'all stop messing around for a couple. And then all of a sudden you pop back up, there's another nigga in the picture, and they kicking it like, you know what I'm saying? They ain't just me. Like, damn, bitch. Well, he must have been in the pictures. Oh, girls are sneaky, bro. Would you agree?
Hell yeah. Nah, like, man, listen. listen, if you, I'm trying to think where I even want to start with this shit. Like, most. Okay, hold on.
That's fire, bro.
Yeah, let me spark back. You got me in like deep thought now, because it's like most of motherfucking women. I don't even know what to say, man. Say some shit, bro. Hold on, let me gather my thoughts.
Man, listen here. You can follow me at WadeD220 on Twitter. If you a bad one, please slide in my DM. Please slide in. Let's talk. Let's work. That you gonna get some work. But no, bro. Yeah, man. The girls are sneaky, man. Like I don't even know if I really even trust these bitches, bro. A bitch will get you in your face with a straight face and lie to you and tell you a whole believable lie. But every girl I've met know how to tell a believable lie.
All these hoes lie. But what I was about to say was, like, my whole thing was, I don't know. I always had, you know what I'm saying? I always had visions of, like, getting rich. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's all I ever, like, really was thinking about and shit. And I ain't never want to, like, blow up and, like, have some chick with me and then, like, leave her for, like, some big time bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I always thought about that. I always was like, man, because I always felt like, nigga, I'm going to make it, like, one way or another. Like, I'm going to get the fuck up out of here. And when I get up out of here, like, I'm grabbing me, like, one of these bad ones or, you know, supposedly bad ones. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, that's how I always felt. So I was always like, nigga, I ain't even trying to lead you down the wrong path. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to drop you when I get to the top, but it's a slim chance you won't stay with me. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and that's reality, though, bro. That's reality. There's only a few that stayed together since, you know what I'm saying, they came up and shit. Only a few that did that, but me personally, though,
I respect that too. But when I was in a relationship like that, like young, like that shit ended a long time ago. So like I'm not one of them people that's just like I'm gonna try out everybody. Like I still like we can like chill and kick it, but you know I ain't about to lock nobody down until I get like really straight, or I say I ain't gonna do this shit no more. You know what I'm saying? But my main focus is just getting it. I feel like you gotta sacrifice some shit like that. Like I always like Kobe. Like when that nigga Kobe was like, nigga, until I retired, I never knew what it was like to fucking have to take my kids to school or do any of that shit. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I never done any of that because I was always in the gym. So I sacrificed all my time with my kids just in order to be a great basketball player. You know what I'm saying? So when I retired, they're like, huh, we gotta go to school. We got homework to do. He's like, I ain't never done none of this. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about sacrificing some shit.
Hey, right. Just like what I just said, though, bro, I had to sacrifice, try to be with a bitch or mess with a bitch because I had to sacrifice and get on my grind, you know what I'm saying? Put extra hours in at the grind. Fuck you, you know what I'm saying? Like, we should kick it and shit. I mean, we got to if I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? I'm sacrificing right now. You can't get all the time in the world because I got to hit the studio. You know what I'm saying? I got to do the podcast for an hour with bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to, and if she don't understand that, bro, she ain't the one for you because any real bitch will want you to chase your dreams. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's the other thing. That's the other thing I want. That's the other thing I was about to say too. Like if you need like a woman, you need somebody that like. Or if I was to have somebody like that I was like locking down, it'll be because, you know what I'm saying, she believed in a nigga's dreams. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't believe in your dreams. Or they say they do, but they really don't. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and you can't tell everybody your dreams. You can't share all your dreams with these bitches because they'll shit on them. They'll tell the next nigga. Now he taking off with the shit that you done tell her, put her up on. You know what I'm saying? So like
that's what
bro, you gotta be careful who you tell certain shit to, and you can't be out here trusting all these bitches and get to know them first, bro. Me, I gotta get to know you first. Like I be scrolling my day on social media, and I be like, damn, just get with a nigga and be like, 2 weeks later they telling each other they love each other. I be like, damn, you don't even know if you see even really like this person. I'll be like, bitch, I'm still trying to figure out if I'm trying to like, if I really even like, if I even want to be around you. I gotta feel that vibe, bro. If the vibe ain't right, I ain't gonna waste your time or mine. I'm not wasting nobody. We ain't wasting time, though. I ain't doing that.
No, I feel you.
I'm grown as hell, dog. Ain't nobody got time to be playing with you and shit. Niggas trying to, if you ain't about to help me while I'm supporting you and helping your dreams, or you want to go to school and be a DNA, you can do that shit. I'll help you with your homework type shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll stay up with you, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'll let you, I'll take the kids, or I'll fuck with those for them while you try to study for your test type shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm supporting you, but if you ain't gonna support me, like, every time I'll be like, yeah, I'm finna go to the studio. You always in the studio, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Shit, if you ain't gonna support me, I don't need you around.
That's what I'm saying. That's why, but like, even though we say all that, like, you know, keep in mind, like, nobody wants to be like lonely or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's somebody for everybody and all that. All I'm saying is, you know, it's a time and a place. Like, we was taught to rush into things. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we was young. You know what I'm saying? And really, you shouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got so much life that you lock yourself down so early that you can't move. You know what I'm saying? You can't move, and you don't even really got no experience. And then by the time you get to later on in life, now you done locked yourself down at motherfucking 21, 23, 25, and you know what I'm saying, you motherfucking cheating at 32 and 35. You know what I'm saying? Because you done been with the same motherfucker for so long. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You ain't even get it out your system.
Exactly, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta get that shit out your system if you're gonna be tied down to one girl. But I don't know what it is, though. It seems like everybody is.
I'm talking about for women too, though. Not just for men, for like women too.
I know, but I'm saying I don't know what it is. I was just about to get on something else, though. I don't know what it is. Like, I be seeing a lot of like the dudes like in the industry and shit. Like they show their girls off. They girl off. Like when I was growing up, they used to keep their girls in the background type shit. Like you ain't never. Man,
that's what I'm saying. You never even supposed to see my girl. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to. Because first of all, that's the whole thing with like chicks like in the industry. Like, if you bring a chick into the industry and like, you know, you bring her in here and she get around, you know, all the celebrities and all the money, and she, you know what I'm saying, in the club every night, or she's motherfucking, you know, she don't have to work and she got, you know, the finest clothes and she eating out at the 5-star restaurants and doing all this shit. You know, when y'all break up, she gonna go, first of all, when y'all break up, everybody gonna know now because she got the Instagram following. You know what I'm saying? Because she done cloud chased the whole time. But look, she don't got no job. So she gonna have to go fuck with one of these other niggas that's trying to holler at her in the game, because she gonna need to get back to that lifestyle. She gonna need to get back to that money, and it's only one way to do it. That's why they get passed around like that, because they gotta go to the next nigga, or else they gonna be back in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
You a fool if you think these niggas that you doing songs where shaking their hands, whatever, breathing them, shouting them out, whatever. You a fool if you think these niggas are hollering at your bitch. You a fool. These niggas is slimy, bro. They doing all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So you can't even, so like you said, she gonna get back in the industry, because this nigga been trying to get at her, why you know what I'm saying, the whole time. Just that bring me just like Kodak and shit, you know what I'm saying? He said, bro, my opinion. Yeah. I don't know how you feel about it. Shit. My opinion, he said it was the wrong timing to say that shit. I mean, like, ain't nothing wrong with what he said, but for people that actually like knew him, was close to Nipsey and shit, and you know what I'm saying, I would have a problem too. Nigga, you speaking on my dad, family member, my dad, cousin, my dad, brother, whatever, talking about his girl being disrespectful, nigga. That just, you know what I'm saying, his baby mama. I think they was married. Was they married?
I think they was getting married or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. They're getting married type shit, nigga. You being disrespectful, bro. Then, like, you have a platform where motherfuckers don't listen and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's me telling you something, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, Motherfuckers ain't gonna hear that shit because, you know what I'm saying, ain't nobody watching and listening with you. You got people watching you 24/7. They want you to fuck up, nigga. And I just feel like Kodak always falling into the bullshit, bro. You gotta stop falling into the bullshit. This is what they want you to do. And they want you to, and they want us to be mad at you and go at you and have another, and black on black. You know what I'm saying? Now we into it again with each other.
Actually, bro, we got.
When we should be together, you know what I'm saying, at a time like this, you shouldn't even be letting something like that come out your mouth. I don't care if you knew him or not, nigga. You in the rap community. You know what I'm saying? It's a community. There's a respect there. You know what I'm saying? Just like you seen motherfuckers with have releases and shit. For that week, they wasn't releasing no music. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just a shout out to you, man. Even if they knew him or not, you know what I'm saying? MGK did it. A couple other motherfuckers did it too and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a shout out to you. It's the community, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have respect for the culture. And you know what I'm saying? You can't be going out saying, talking like that, man. And I fuck the Kodak. You know what I'm saying? I bang this shit every day. I'm not gonna stop playing him because he said he made a mistake. No, but I'm gonna let this brother know you made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't right, bro. And right is right and wrong is wrong. That don't make me not like your music or, you know what I'm saying, fuck with you until it's not watching. That just makes me, you know what I'm saying, I gotta let you know, bro. That's a real nigga shit. And that's my piece of it.
Nah, you right. And it was just, you know, I don't even know. I wasn't even thinking of no shit like that. Like when Kodak said that shit. Like that's some weird ass shit to say when a nigga die. But it's shit you say about somebody you don't even know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's some shit you say like if niggas is talking and like somebody died, you don't know exactly who it is, but you know who their girl is or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's some shit like a nigga like that would say. But either way, like I don't even know because I wasn't even thinking about no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about how fucked up the situation is. So you know he on some other shit. But like, if you know, J. Cole said it best when he was on that motherfucking song, and he said he wished that nigga Kodak had more guidance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that shit real. Like you know you listen to Kodak talk and you know like, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But what I was about to say was, you said it's a little different. I mean, you gotta realize, bro, we got a lot of listeners now. Over almost 7,000 on the last show.
So yeah, but I wasn't saying that. Like I know people listening and stuff like that.
I know what you're saying. I was just plugging in the show, nigga.
Okay, yeah.
The success of it. Plugging in the success of the show. You know what I'm saying? Over 10,000 listeners. You know what I'm saying? Number one in the world. You know what I'm saying? Number one trending. You know, you gotta big us up now. Come on.
You right, bro. My fault. Second in nobody. We second in nobody, but I was just talking on some like real life shit, bro. Like just reality shit. I was breaking it down for the people. I can't be, you know what I'm saying?
No. I feel you. I feel what you're saying. Everybody feel what you're saying. You know, we know that nigga Kodak said was stupid, but like I said, everybody fuck with Kodak music, but I don't know if they go to him for, you know what I'm saying, anything else other than that. You know what I'm saying? No life, you know. You know what I'm saying? And if they is, you probably taking it, you know, you should look at other sources. But shout out to Kodak, though.
Yeah, shout out to Kodak, man. Hell yeah, man. This shit be crazy. And nigga, just another swing thing, just to switch it up for a minute, though. And then on some real shit. I want to talk about this goofy shit I overread and seen on the TV the other day, man. You know what I'm saying? It was some real goofy shit.
Talk about it.
Yeah. Nigga, I was watching him breathing, and I don't know if that nigga Paul Pierce been hanging with Lamar Odom, but there's no way the career was ever better than D.Wade. There's no way.
I don't think that nigga career was better than D.Wade, bro. But niggas is sleeping on Paul Pierce. Like if you put like take the career out of it and you just talk about just basketball, I mean, D-Wade probably was way more athletic. You know what I'm saying? Just thinking about stuff like that. But Paul Pierce could hoop, though, nigga. Like, niggas acting like Paul Pierce was weak or something. Paul Pierce was sweet as fuck. What?
Bro,
Huh?
I didn't say it like that.
Oh, I know. I'm just talking about in general. Like, when I've been hearing niggas talk about that shit, they be acting like Paul Pierce was weak or something. Nigga, Paul Pierce was sweet as fuck. And D-Wade was sweet as fuck, too. But he had a couple of them years in Miami where they wasn't doing shit until LeBron came. After he won that shit with Shaq. They wasn't doing shit neither.
Hey, you're right, though. But look at this, too, though. Paul Pierce, even though I'm a Lakers fan, one of my favorite teams is the teams when Paul Pierce who put in Antoine Walker.
I don't know if you remember, bro, but when we was a kid, motherfucker, Paul Pierce used to be my favorite player. You remember that? I don't know if you remember that. That was a long time ago. Like when we was like little as hell, and he was like the only player on the Celtics. This was before he got like KG and Ray Allen and them. He was just the only player on the Celtics, and I was like,
listen, I want to say, remember he was on the, I want to say, didn't he make the cover of the Inside Drive on the Dreamcast?
Yeah, he was on something like that. Yeah, we gotta like look up the game.
Yeah. Hey.
But yeah, my point was that nigga he was sweet. Like I think if you take him just like and you put him on a court 1-on-1, I think that motherfucker Pierce could beat Wade 1-on-1, bro. I don't think he better than that nigga career wise, but I think that nigga Paul Pierce could hoop on that nigga 1-on-1.
I think he could too, bro. But this is what I'm about. This is another point I'm gonna make. You see the difference in the type of killers. Like to this day, Paul Pierce still is so competitive. He's talking like this. Now if somebody was to say that, they won't even say nothing like that.
Yeah,
I know. That type of dog in him. You know what I'm saying? Paul Pierce got dog in him.
Unless
you can't. It's just something that's in him. He's a competitor. He damn near like Kobe. You know what I'm saying? He just ain't Kobe. He
ain't Kobe or nothing like that. But that motherfucker, he got a ring off Kobe in them though.
Oh, no doubt. I watched it.
I'm just saying. I fuck with Paul Pierce, and I feel like when he came out and said that, like that motherfucker was taking a whooping. And I just gotta say, motherfucker, Paul Pierce was the truth, nigga. Like niggas can't forget that motherfucker used to play like he had a piano on his back, but that motherfucker used to be hooping on niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
hooping.
Bro, he was doing the step back before James Harden.
Man, hooping on niggas, bro.
His mid-range game so crazy from the elbow.
He was clutch too.
Clutch.
He was clutch too. Yeah, I fuck with Paul Pierce.
I fuck with him tough too though, but
I fuck with D-Wade too though. Don't get it twisted though. Like Flash definitely had a better career. I mean, he was with LeBron and Wade and was hooping with Shaq. They won the rings. You know what I'm saying? He was in Miami. You know what I'm saying?
That's all. Really, when you think about it though, that's what it really comes down to. Kind of who had the more rings. You know what I'm saying? Who won more?
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at it, what if Paul Pierce got to play with KG and Ray Allen like D-Wade got to play with all the years?
I know they was close to winning it that second year until they got hurt.
Because they was getting old, bro. They was getting old.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I fuck with D-Wade too, though.
You know, D-Wade tough. We definitely fuck with D-Wade.
When I was growing up, it was T-Mac, it was Kobe, it was Paul Pierce, it was Iverson. I don't even know who, and it was Vince Carter. You know what I'm saying? None of the motherfuckers we just talked about. Paul Pierce was sweet as a bitch, bro.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, and I know a lot of motherfuckers that be talking about basketball today. Like, these is little kids. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but y'all didn't get to watch what we watched.
That's what I'm saying.
I never really got to watch Jordan and Dominique Wilkins.
Look, think about how little we was when we was motherfucking watching like Paul Pierce and them hooping. So think about when these niggas today be trying to tell you something about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they don't be having no facts. I be like, man, shut the fuck up.
Like, y'all don't even know. Like, y'all don't even know what the motherfucking league was like, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit today is just motherfuckers shooting threes and getting fouls. Like, it used to not be like that. Like, niggas used to have to go down low. Like, take it to the hole, nigga. For real.
It used to be a time you needed a big man on the field.
You know what I'm saying?
You could put 5 guards out there with no problem.
For real.
I'm like, it's like, I don't know, bro. This shit got soft. Niggas scared of contract, all kinds of shit.
That shit just like the NFL.
Yeah, the NFL soft as hell. I don't want to talk about that soft shit.
You can't play defense.
That shit's soft as hell.
That shit about to start soon though. I know because I'm out here in Carolina, so motherfucking off season start on the 15th. So everybody's coming into town.
I don't even like how you can't even hit nobody. You can't even tackle nobody. I'm like, yeah.
It was some good defense last year though in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's alright. It's some bad calls on the defense again. Like the pass interference.
Yeah. They done motherfucking changed that. Now you can motherfucking call that shit whenever or challenge it whenever or something like that.
Yeah, they robbed the fucking Saints.
I'm happy though. I don't fuck with the Saints. Fuck the Saints.
I mean,
shout out to Drew Brees. They in the division, so that's why. But shout outs to them because we do fuck with them like off the field, but on the field and they team in general, hell nah, y'all get no love. Saints get no love. So
yeah, they're supposed to be there though.
They got fucked the year before in Minnesota too, if you remember. So you gotta be careful. They might be due for one.
Since we on football though, who gonna have a bigger season this year? AD or JuJu?
Probably JuJu, because you don't know what the fuck Derek Carr gonna be on. Derek Carr be on some bullshit sometime.
Okay. I'm seeing how words and shit. JuJu look like shit. I ain't still got to show him love.
Hell yeah, that is kind of fucked up because and AB my nigga. But you know that nigga JuJu did motherfucking hit Vontez ass back after he hit AB. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, when he got kicked out the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was JuJu that hit Vontez. You know Vontez my nigga. Vontez Burfict.
Yeah, I fuck with Burfict.
Yeah.
He's beast, nigga.
They all my niggas. AB, JuJu. I fuck with them all. But I'm just saying, when Tez hit AB and knocked him out that next season, motherfucking JuJu came back and hit Tez's ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did though.
And that shit was big. Because he was like a receiver. You know what I'm saying? Knocking out a defensive player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What did AB say about JuJu though? I didn't even get to see that. I was looking for it, can't find it.
That motherfucker was like, nigga, you fumbled in the biggest game of the season. They out here trying to make you a star. Or something like that.
Oh, shit. Hey, he thinks he need no Brown for real.
Man. Then he posted like a picture from like when JuJu was in college. JuJu had DM that nigga like, hey, I'm a receiver. Trying to know what I could do to get better or something like that. I don't know what AB was trying to say. But I think that shit like backfired. I think he was trying to say, nigga, you been asking for tips or something. I don't know what he was trying to say. I ain't trying to put words in his mouth. I fuck with AB though, but I don't know. That nigga just been on 10.
He probably felt like Big Ed was trying to make it JuJu the star over him. But you know, everybody kept talking about JuJu this year.
Yeah. He was sweet, though. He is sweet.
He's a motherfucker, isn't he?
They always got some sweet receivers, though, in Philly. Like Mike Wallace and Hines Ward and Antonio Brown and JuJu. There's been a couple motherfucking receivers. They always got a good little crop.
And they always have a tough defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You heard about it? But I got JuJu though. I think JuJu gonna have a bigger season.
Yeah, no, he definitely gonna have a bigger season because of Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, but how you gonna act when they key in on you? They know
they gonna have somebody else over there. You know how Pittsburgh's, they solid. They got a good organization. They be alright. Them motherfuckers been sweet ever since we was kids. Like, they ain't never been bad. You know what I'm saying? They done missed the playoffs a couple times, but they ain't never been bad. The motherfuckers, they had Jerome Bettis. You remember? They always find somebody. The motherfuckers used to have Troy Polamalu.
Yeah, they did have some. They always kept a sweet squad, though. You ain't lying.
Yeah, that motherfucker's sweet.
Oh, yeah.
But the Raiders, on the other hand, I don't know what the fuck the motherfuckers gonna do, because that 1 year Derek Carr was sweet as fuck, but ever since then, I don't know what happened.
It was ACL, sure I didn't bring.
I don't know what happened. That motherfucker don't be doing shit like it no more. I got faith in him. We love you. I got faith in him. Like, I fuck with Derek Carr, but you know he gonna have to show me something this season. This a make or break season. Like, he can't bring that shit to Las Vegas.
And that nigga, man, that nigga was crying last year, man. He's scared. He out there scared. They might as well try to get Kyler Murray, call it a wrap.
I think he about to go on the Cardinals.
Think the Cardinals gonna swoop him up.
Yeah, that's what they saying.
But they need to draft the quarterback just to ensure that they, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Just in case. Just in case. Y'all niggas is kind of whack.
That's probably what they saying.
Hey, you know what's funny, bro?
What
How
up?
the fuck did John Gruden do the QB camp and your quarterback is trash?
Man, come on. He did it with Derek Carr too.
I know. I'm like, how is your quarterback trash, man? I said, you fucked everything up.
Nah. It ain't my nigga John Gruden. It's the motherfucking players. It's like, nah, John Gruden did fuck a lot of shit up, though. That nigga gave Amari Cooper to the Cowboys and Khalil Mack to the Bears.
That's good. You know what I'm saying? You see what Khalil Mack did. That one trade turned the whole Bears team around.
That shit crazy, ain't it? That motherfucker was actually pretty good. I was shocked.
Yeah.
The motherfucker was pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Bears actually going to be dangerous next year, too. Shit.
Hell yeah. Yeah, they is.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like this.
the season about to start soon. It's about to be preseason in like 2 months.
I know. I can't wait. So you know my football season's going to start. So I can't wait to get out there with my little shorties.
Motherfucking playoffs about to start soon too. NBA playoffs.
Who you got winning it all? You got the Warriors?
What type of question is that? Why you ask me that?
All right.
I got the team I done had the last motherfucking 5 years.
Okay.
Has it been 5? Because we got what? 4 rings? 1, lost 1, 1.
I got OKC.
Yeah, last 4 years. We about to beat them in the first round.
I got OKC.
Oh, okay.
Nah, nigga. Playoff P and Westbrook don't come balling y'all niggas.
Man, them niggas better make the playoffs. Have they clinched the seeds yet?
We can clinch you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you better not lose to the Rockets tonight. I was about to put some money on that game, so. But I ain't watched enough. I ain't watched enough basketball yet to feel confident on either team. Like, I ain't watched enough NBA this season, so I don't know what's gonna happen. So I'm just studying.
There's something about the Rockets. Like, I just don't see them. Like, they just think, man, they be good in the regular season, but I don't see them going far in the playoffs. Yo. I don't see it. Not with that style of basketball they play. Like, I don't know. I just don't see it. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't see them going far.
I feel you, but like I say, I started to I fuck with James Harden now just because that motherfucker won me over. Like, I always thought he was like, when he first got traded, I thought the Rockets made a mistake. I was like, why would they trade for this? Like, I knew he was sweet, but I still looked at him as like a 6th man because of what he did on OKC. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, they putting the franchise in this nigga's hands. They done lost their minds. And this motherfucker done went crazy, bro. I mean, he out here, he dropping 30 every night. Like, regardless of how he motherfucking doing it, he's out there killing niggas every night. You know what I'm saying? He putting work in on motherfuckers every single night. I respect that shit. Like, if it was just like every once in a while, I'll be like, all right, this nigga's. But he do it every fucking night. 60, triple-double, 50, 40, 35. You know, every single night. Every night. I'll be like, goodness gracious. And then I was watching this nigga work out. How, why?
Because he started doing that shit after that one podcast. I went hard.
Hey, look. Apologies to all the LeBron fans, too. I know motherfuckers killed him in that one show. You know, I went, we've been killing LeBron on the show for a long ass time. You know that? Niggas been going hard on LeBron.
Somebody needs to, though nobody else wants to. They do that nigga.
You're right. That nigga get love everywhere else. But I'm just saying, niggas went. Shout out to LeBron. We fuck with you, Brian, but we gonna hold you accountable, nigga. That's all we do. For now on, everybody know when you come on this motherfucking show, we gonna hold you accountable, regardless. If we like you, if we love you, if we hate you, whatever it is, we gonna hold you accountable to whatever the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? And address it as such. You feel me?
Motherfuckers get too many passes, man.
But that's it.
That's why the world fucked up now.
But this was the first season with LeBron, so you know we gave him a hard time. This was LeBron rookie season as a Laker. But so we gonna judge him on next year. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give you a pass this year, but we gonna judge
I'm not giving him shit.
All right. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. Yeah, all right, you ain't getting no pass.
Bro,
but
I'm not giving him shit. You want to listen here. No. I'm going here now. You got me fucked up talking about giving them a pass, nigga.
You want to give Brian no pass? You ain't think we did enough to him?
He passed enough this season. That's why we ain't in the fucking playoffs. God, if you start taking over the goddamn game instead of trying to pass here, we'll be all right. Play a little bit of defense. You don't even got to play a lot, just a little bit of defense.
Man, y'all funny, man.
Look, man. Look. This is where I'm coming from, man. I'm done with LeBron. I'm done with LeBron because I fuck with LeBron, and I didn't always fuck with him. I just started fucking with him like a couple years when he first won that shit against the Warriors. I said, yeah, dog, you did that shit, nigga. I can't have, you know, there's nothing you can say. You did that shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You did that shit with Kyrie Hill, but you did that shit, nigga. You kept y'all niggas in the game. You willed your way to that championship.
Hey, you see that shit about Kyrie gonna give the motherfucking Lakers a meeting this summer?
Oh, yeah, I seen that. But back to this, bro. Don't get me off topic. No passes. That's what happens with this nigga. They get off topic.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said Kyrie. My fault.
Oh, yeah, my fault. Yeah, but you did that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? You won it. So that's when I started fucking with him.
Mm-hmm.
All right? You go to the finals the next year. What happened? You lose. I think y'all only squeeze out one game, don't they?
Yeah, nah, my fault. I said. Sorry, I'm in the way. I said pass. I shouldn't have said pass. We're not giving them no pass. My point is, we gonna give them another season. You know what I'm saying? To make it up. That's all I'm saying, right?
No, I'm not giving them shit, bro.
I'm gonna give them another season. I'm gonna give you another season,
Listen, bro. When you walking around with your sack in their hands, talking about you're the king, you're the GOAT, you're this or that, he could go to any team and take them to the playoffs.
And you seen what happened. You seen what happened. He fell short. He fell short because he fell short because you know they overhyped. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is I'm willing to give him another year now. After everything that's going on, I'm willing to give him another season.
I ain't giving him shit.
I feel that, but I'm gonna give him another year. I'm gonna judge him on.
Not when you got help. Not when you came to this team and you liked this young core and we way younger than your other team that you play with. What's your excuse now? Not when we playing fast. Nigga, you don't play no defense, bro. That's the biggest problem with your dumb ass. You ain't playing no defense, and then you always want to talk about you a good talker. You're a good talker. Like he need to be like in movies and shit because he's an excellent talker with the media. Like he loves doing that shit. Put that same effort into playing some motherfucking defense.
Yeah, nah.
When they bash you, when they bash LeBron or somebody says something, he go out to my fucking media head.
I'm glad it's you saying all this and not me. Usually I'm the one going off on LeBron. I'm glad it's you saying all this. I'm trying to be nice tonight. I had a bad day. LeBron, we giving you a pass. Not a pass. He do.
You be on some whole lot of shit and you sweet as a bitch, bro. You can do whatever you want on the court. Bro,
you know what, Mario, motherfucker Mario was over here the other night and we was playing 2K. That motherfucker said, you know he loved LeBron. And that motherfucker said some shit like, nigga, that's that LeBron shit. Cause the nigga had missed some free throws or something. And I was like, look, even the LeBron fans is mad right now. It's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Even the diehard LeBron fans is mad. Nigga missed a free throw like, nigga, that's that LeBron shit. I started rolling. Like, even you.
Hey,
yeah.
I can't give him no pass though, bro. I can't.
I'm not giving him no pass. You know how I feel about Bron. I fuck with Bron, but I feel like already.
I can't give him no seasons, bro. Because I don't know how many more seasons he got left. We gotta do it now.
Now, that's true. That's what I'm saying. Let's see what happens this off season. I'm just saying we Lakers, so we gotta support it.
Bro,
you know, I'm with the word, but like it's still in the blood.
I support LeBron. All that shit he do off the court, all that shit he doing on the court. I support LeBron, but I want to see results as a fan. I'm a fan talking right now. I want to see results. You on my squad?
I want to see results too, nigga. You think I thought we was gonna miss the playoffs? Fuck no. I was shocked as hell. I'm surprised they ain't fire Luke ass mid-season. Like he should have been gone.
I got an update on my fall listen. Luke Walton and Magic Johnson, man, he's on speaking terms.
I mean, I'm gonna be so honest with you, bro. Me and Magic Johnson ain't on speaking terms. What the fuck you been doing, bro? It's his fault too. He bunches the blame as LeBron. His fucking not knowing how to negotiate a trade ass. And I fuck with Magic, but come on, man. We gotta hold him accountable too. He ain't been a good general manager.
No, well, he didn't okay. I won't say that. He landed him LeBron.
Yeah, but he ain't laying shit around him. And then he put fucking JaVale McGee and Rondo around him. And he drafted Lonzo.
D'Angelo Russell made the playoffs.
Man, come on, man. And he motherfucker offered the whole team for Anthony Davis and ain't get shit. Like, he fucked up. Luke was a terrible coach this season. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. He don't know how to do no rotation. Motherfucking Brandon Ingram should have been traded while he was hooping. Ain't nobody gonna want him now. And it ain't because he ain't sweet. It's just, you know what I'm saying, though?
No, Brandon Ingram was coming on, though.
That's what I'm saying. But ain't nobody gonna trade no big pieces for him like they was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, niggas was about to get somebody sweet or something. They need to try to look at, like, Jimmy Butler or something. I don't even think Jimmy Butler that sweet, but if he came, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we dying at the two guard. We got a two guard. That would be nice. And he played defense, bro. He'll have LeBron playing defense. And he ain't scared to stink up.
That's what I'm saying. I trade motherfucking Ingram from Jimmy Butler and somebody else, nigga. Lonzo or something. I don't know. Somebody. For real. You see they voted motherfucking Russell Westbrook the most overrated player in the league.
Yeah, they haters. How are you overrated? You averaging the triple-double.
That's what I was saying. I was like, who the fuck voted for this?
Him and Draymond?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
But shit, LeBron was tied for number 3.
He is overrated. Shit. He missed the playoffs. You should have been number 1. Shit. They just some haters, man. Russell Westbrook averaging a triple-double, dog. How is he overrated? How's that overrated? I don't see nobody else doing that shit.
Man, this nigga Nipsey died, and this motherfucker Westbrook went out there and got 20-20-20. How you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you do that?
Bro, you know how he do that? Because he plays hard, bro. Every time he in the game, he's playing hard. He ain't taking no plays off, really.
You remember Russell Westbrook was my favorite player. Like, when him and KD used to play, because everybody used to love that nigga Durant and used to hate on Westbrook. And I used to always big up Westbrook, like, nigga, Westbrook's sweet. Actually, before he even averaged a triple-double, I was telling Cuz, like, because everybody used to say, LeBron James could average a triple-double if he wants. I'd be like, nigga, that nigga Russell Westbrook could really average a triple-double. That nigga be hooping. And he ended up doing that shit, like, a couple years later. But my point just being, like, he always played like that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And he always been hated on, too. Like, they used to kill this nigga over KD. That's why I always used to say he was my favorite player, because he would be the most hated on. I'd be like, man, I fuck with Russell Westbrook. They'd be like, nah, nigga, it's Durant. Westbrook fucking up at the end of games. He don't pass the ball. He fucking up. He's supposed to get the ball to Durant. I'm like, nigga, Russ taking that shit. I never had no problem with it, because I looked at it like they was both sweet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
no,
niggas,
but they is hated on him, though. I don't see how you devote that. That's some pure hatred. That's some pure hatred, bro.
nah, for real, though.
You know what would be crazy to me, bro? It'd be crazy how Westbrook will show you love and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't never hear him say too much bad shit about nobody, bro.
I don't really hear him talk about anybody.
Yeah, I don't hear him talking about nobody and shit. Y'all niggas be hating. Y'all mad because he doing this shit, like.
That's a good motherfucking point. Like, why do motherfuckers hate on Westbrook? All he do is ball out hard as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? All he doing is playing hard from first quarter to fourth quarter. Every time he in, that's why I love him, bro. He plays hard.
That's a good ass question. Why do motherfuckers hate on Russell Westbrook when he ball as hard as he do every single night? Every single night. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it.
Some days he be having off. And then it's not only bro, is he is foreign, but if you tack on to the fifth, that's 20-20. But they are 2-pointers. So he getting other motherfuckers buckets. That's what the name of the game is, to make people better. But ain't nobody on this team saying it. It's only the people that's around the other team. Shit. Like, that's weird. Like, what the fuck y'all got going on?
It's not even that motherfucker. It's like a narrative they build. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they build like a narrative about you. Like, oh, Westbrook is this. And now that's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just what he is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being like a hard motherfucking player, he's a problem. You know what I'm saying? They labeled him as that. Like, oh, well, Westbrook's a problem.
Exactly.
Even with the way they motherfucking cover you, like, you can have a motherfucking great stat night, but if the motherfuckers don't talk about that shit on ESPN, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, like, you have a motherfucking triple-double, and then LeBron has a 20-5 game, and they like, nigga, LeBron tonight was amazing. You know what I'm saying? That's how they do it. For real. That's how they do it.
Hell no. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that shit, because they do be on that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a motherfucker had, like, the best game you done ever seen, and then they just cut to whatever and talk about that shit for, like, the next 20 minutes. You done forgot about the game. Like, damn. That shit used to make me mad, because they used to do that shit. I realized they started doing that shit when I used to watch Kobe. And, like, the motherfucking Lakers would, nigga, we be in a tight motherfucking game. Kobe would come down, kill him in the fourth. You know what I'm saying? Finish with, like, 36. I'm like, man, motherfucker, Kobe done balled out tonight. You know, you flip it over to ESPN. You know, LeBron had 26. And then, like, they do, like, a quick little thing where, like, they play like 2 or 3 shots, and they be like, here's Kobe, 3, and then it's like, okay, Lakers win, and Kobe had 36, and then they'll cut to talking about LeBron, and it'll be like this whole motherfucking presentation. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, what the fuck is this? And I started catching on to that shit, and I'm like, they just bigging this nigga up. You know what I'm saying? that's when I first started like feeling some type of way. Cause I'm like, nigga, Kobe just killed these niggas tonight. Y'all gonna act like y'all ain't see this shit? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all gonna act like y'all ain't seen what this greatness?
Man, come on, man. A little quick 2 seconds. You know how like they skim past that shit on like SportsCenter?
They
Like,
always do that shit.
Kobe 26 and the Lakers win. Now let's talk about LeBron. And then it's like goes into like a whole motherfucking LeBron walking into the arena and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You like, come on, man.
Yeah. Hey, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know if you want to touch on this, but there's some speculation came out about the technology situation.
Yeah. I really don't want to get into that shit. You can speak on it if you want to. I'm gonna try to stay away from that shit just because, you know what I'm saying, the nigga not here no more. And don't nobody, I can't really say nothing about it, so I don't really want to touch on it.
And that's how I was going to come at it as, like, I gotta see proof before I even put that on you. Like,
that's why when I talked to you about that shit, it was all fair because I ain't even want to bring it up until, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. And I don't think about this. That's why I ain't even say what it was or anything. Because it's true. I'm not putting that on my dog because I fuck with that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
We hope it's not true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
if you know, then you know. But you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Oh yeah. So R.P. Tech 9.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I mean, shit's been good. This was a pretty good show. We got to do a lot of shit, different shit.
Hell yeah. This was this was a motherfucking it was alright. I was a little out of it, but you know, happy to motherfucking do it again. Until motherfucking next week or probably later this week, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you smoking that motherfucking huff over there, nigga. That you out of it.
Shit, I'm smoking that motherfucking killer, like Nipsey said. Smoking killer. You know that joint? Don't. AC in my ceiling crack. Smoking killer.
Yeah, that mailbox money, nigga.
Hell yeah.
I fuck with Nipsey. R.P. Nipsey, nigga.
Hell yeah, R.P. Nipsey. Nigga smoking killer.
Yeah, bro.
I got my throat fucked up.
Yeah, bro. I thought this show was pretty good. I thought I did.
Nah. You rode this show, bro. You rode this show. You did this show. You led this one, motherfucking. Shout outs to you. Shout outs to motherfucking. I've been wavy. Make sure you say the I, motherfucker. And don't forget the I, nigga. Follow him, Wavy220. Follow me, davidthaking TV. This has been the 220 Podcast, episode 27. Send your bitch to heaven. You know. Fuck with us. I don't know. What you want to say, bro?
I just want to say, I do want to say, take care of yourself. Make sure that your health is up to date because it's real important. I want to say, all praises to God for blessing us with this platform and just giving us this ability and confidence to even do this. And I want to say thank you to all y'all for even making it happen and keeping us motivated to keep going because I ain't gonna lie, if niggas wasn't press and play, niggas be like, damn, we wasting time, but niggas is press and play. Niggas is motherfucking got us trending on audio map. Niggas is fucking with us, bro. And it's like if you fucking with us, talk to us too, because we some real ass niggas and shit. Tell us what y'all want us to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Ask what we got going on. I'll holler back at you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Bro, holler back at you and shit. Shout you out and shit. Anybody that want to work, we not opposed to working with you. Just, you know what I'm saying? You know the basics, man. Let's just work together, come together, man. Like I said, let's build this black foundation up, man. Because, in order for it to be a village, you gotta have motherfucking people in it.
Hell yeah, and I would tell motherfuckers, go back and listen to the old shows. Go listen to that motherfucking Black History episode that we did. That was one of the most slept on episodes, but there's so much game on that motherfucker. You gotta go back and listen. And I'm trying to think what other ones. It's a couple other ones, but go back and listen to that Black History one for sure. And even the R.I.P. Nipsey episode. is a good one too. You know, we drop a lot of game.
Yeah, RT my Uncle Buzz.
Yeah, and that shit going through the roof too. But my point is, not my point. What I was about to say was, I guess it was a good idea, huh?
Yeah, it's always a good idea, bro.
I said, I know motherfuckers that's catching up now is like, I wonder where that motherfucker G at.
Oh, G? Oh, where G at? Yeah, they probably asking for a hey. You might give him on the show next week and shit if he fucking with it, if he ain't busy and shit. That nigga G be doing this thing though, you know, that nigga grinding. Cause like I said, he sacrificed and doing the podcast to get his money right and get his situation right so he could be in the studio like he wanna be in the studio, you know what I'm saying? He can't be in the studio like he wants to because he gotta make sure his living conditions right and all that shit. But that nigga motherfucker down there in Florida going hard with repping the 220 and shit. He just found a new studio that he fucking with and shit. So you gotta look out for that.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, bro, I'm gonna send you a track from me and G. I want you to drop it tonight. Since we talking about it, you don't drop it tonight first thing in the morning when you wake up, nigga.
Yeah, no, that shit gonna be done. Yeah, send that shit to me.
You motherfucking have it. Y'all got a new track coming. Playing that. Don't it feel good to be your own boss, bro?
Man, hell yeah.
Bro, like, drop that shit. We don't need no approval. Nigga, what?
It's a beautiful thing.
Niggas have never had that feeling because they don't got the knowledge on how to do it, bro.
I know.
We'll never be able to do it. Look, y'all see where we going with it, so I hope y'all tune back in next week, man.
Yeah, I hope y'all tune back in next week too, because we're gonna have a motherfucking much better show. But today was a great show. If you love the show, if you didn't love the show, it's still a great show. Like I said, go back and listen to the old episodes, because that's where all the motherfucking game at. And you know, like I say, like bro say, follow us. You know, tweet us.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Instagram, 220 Empire. Nobody Second on Twitter. Wavy220 on Twitter. David King TV on Twitter. What else? SoundCloud, Second to Nobody. Audio Mac, iTunes. Actually, I gotta tell bro some shit once we get off the motherfucking about that iTunes shit. Or you might have saw it when you went to the email. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it.
Okay. So yeah, motherfucker, everybody just go follow us, man. Fuck with the movement. 220 Movement, 220 Podcast, another episode, another one in the books. We're gonna keep going, keep pushing, keep smoking, killing.
Hey, sir.
What I done?
Hey, let me give a shout out real quick.
Shout them out.
Let me shout out Ralph 808 Beach for sending them bangers in the email. Shout out. We've been chopping it up all day and wasn't playing. Sent to the bitches through. We about to get it popping. I'm gonna fuck with some of that shit. You already know. Good looking to you. Shout out to you.
That's what's up. See, we love making motherfucking connections. And that's it, man. I don't know what else to say. I'm motherfucking sitting here.
No, man. We ain't gotta say nothing. That's our shit. Let nobody tell us shit. We out.
220.